NBC5 News at 11 starts now.
Parents flood the school board meeting for Klamath Falls City Schools, both in person and online, as the board discusses whether or not to renew the contract for KU's Vice Principal and Athletic Director, Tyler Baker. Thank you for choosing NBC5 News at 11. I'm Andrea Boyd. NBC5's Lauren Preto has the details and our top story tonight at 11.
These failures are not minor oversights. They're fundamental breaches of his duty as an athletic director.
Klamath Union High School Vice Principal and Athletic Director Tyler Baker called for a public hearing at the Klamath Falls City School Board meeting on Monday after KU Principal Rod Hyen and Superintendent Keith Brown both recommended the board to not renew Baker's contract. This comes after Baker was placed on paid leave in August for violating hiring protocols for Klamath Union High School's new head football coach. Baker returned from paid leave around a month later when Brown provided him with a professional growth plan with certain directives for Baker to uphold. Though Baker believes he followed the plan to a T, Hyen says the opposite.
Tyler has consistently demonstrated an inability to meet fundamental requirements of his role as both the athletic director and assistant principal. His failure in leadership, accountability, and execution are well below the highly effective standard for educational leadership.
Hyen only recently joined Klamath Union High, being named principal last July. Baker says before Hyen was around, his evaluation scores were higher, but his most recent evaluation didn't receive a single high mark. Baker says while he still has more to learn and ways to grow in his position, he puts in the hard work every single day.
My goal as athletic director and administrator at Klamath Falls City School is to raise the bar, because I know that our kids can and will rise to that expectation. We've got a lot of work to do, but we have come a long way.
Last month, Baker was sent a letter from Hyen saying he was going to recommend contract non-renewal to the superintendent because Baker showed incompetence and insubordination. Brown followed Hyen's lead and recommended Baker's contract to not be renewed to the board. But Baker says members of the community stand with him, adding he submitted over 50 letters of support to the board. One parent even spoke up during public comment to reaffirm this message.
The community stands behind the work of what he is doing and believes in the positive impact he is making. Now is the time for the district, the board, and the KU community to come together to ensure he can continue his important work and lead our students toward success.
Hyen says as much as Baker is well-liked, the school needs a competent administrator. And after hours of discussion, the board voted to make their decision on Baker's employment this Thursday, as they have to decide before a Saturday deadline. Baker says he's happy to answer any question and go over every detail if it means he can stay at KU.
I've got nothing to hide. I want everybody to know how passionate I am, how much time, effort, energy I've put into my job, and how I want to keep working for this district.
In Klamath Falls, Lauren Preto, NBC5 News.